Switches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound box.
Now head over in this direction. Gone to three.
Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. The impossible has happened.
Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler.
Anthony for three. Puts it in. Bridges. Oh my God. Oh, what? Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang!
Junior guard number 3, Shion, Darby.
He got it. Shion.
And we're back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cam's Corner. Today, I'm joined by Rhode Island College's basketball anchorman's leading scorer, point guard, Shion Darby. Shion, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Yo, how y'all doing? What's up? Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, pleasure as always, man. I don't know if you know me or remember me from previous Rick games, but I am one of the PA announcers. I just started doing the broadcast as well for your games. So I'll be seeing a lot more of you very soon on the court. But has anyone ever sat down with you and interviewed you like similar to this?
This is my first time ever. I never did this before.
Yeah, well,
so
the first
it's
one.
a good experience.
Yeah, I'm excited to chop it up with you a little bit. So everyone that knows you, Shion, knows that you're a natural scorer on the court and you can do many more things. But before we get into your basketball journey and where it is now, I want to know from your personal experiences what it was like growing up in Peekskill, New York, and how basketball was introduced to you as a little kid.
It's gonna be funny, but I never took basketball serious until 7th or 8th grade. I always played basketball, but not I didn't have a passion to go after something, have a dream about it. I just played it because my friends played it, so I didn't want to be left. But growing up in Peekskill, it has its moments. It's not bad. It's not crazy. It has its moments. It has its days. It's fun there. But I mean, it was good experience going up Peekskill. It teaches you a lot of things, and it built that toughness in me. That's I'm so tough on the court, and that aggressiveness in me is from that. Because where I'm from, they put that in you. They put that dog in you because they want to see you get better, and they don't want to see you just being one of those people that could have been or who he would have been. Coulda, woulda. So.
No, exactly. That's what sports does for all the athletes I've talked to in general. It shapes them as a person and it just betters them as a player, along the lines. But when you're at the early stages, building your career and everything like that, at a very young age, developing your game, who did you look up to and who did you shape your game around and try to mimic in a way to do what they did great, to apply to your game?
Well, when I started really taking basketball serious, I live right next to a gym. I go out my building, there's a gym right there. And then one of the workers there, she started training me. At first he didn't want to train me because I told you before, I didn't really take basketball serious. And I was a hot, so no one really wanted to work with me. Then he started working with me and then we just got better and better. And he used to call me Drew Holiday. Because back then, I used to really play defense, a lot of defense. I didn't even worry about scoring, not like that. Because I really couldn't score like that. I would just play defense, and he would always call me that. And then, but I'll model my game after. I don't really know because I play. I think I play how I play.
Yep.
But you could say I'm not really sure. I don't know.
I mean, you said Drew Holiday, so that's what I've seen so far. It's a pretty good comparison. But
I take the Drew Holiday then.
Yeah, Drew Holiday. All right. So did you live in Peekskill your whole life before moving to Rhode Island?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, was the
Mhm.
high school you went to like a private school, or was it a public school? And just being in the peak school system, you knew you're already going to go to there.
Yeah, so it was a public school.
Yep.
Like my freshman year, like I didn't even want to play varsity,
Yep.
like because I played JV and eighth,
Mm-hmm.
and I gave me again to play with my friends, but the varsity coach said no, you play varsity. So I played varsity, and like I didn't start. Well, I thought I should have started, but like I'm a freshman, so I'm gonna be humble about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna let my game talk. So he he put me in halftime, and I hit like 4 threes in a row, 5 threes in a row. Like, and then I had the crowd was going crazy. I'm a freshman.
Yeah.
I'm so hype, I'm pumped, like you feel me. And then after that, like he stopped starting me, but like once I seen that, and like my 10th grade year when he started starting me, then I started getting better and seeing like I'm more confident in my game. I knew I was going to leave an impact on that at my school.
Yeah, for sure. Like the competition and all that, like it comes to you and it adjusts as you keep playing. But did you play on any like travel teams or AAU teams that helped you build a name for yourself as well during high school?
To be honest, no, I didn't. I didn't play for I always play like local AAU teams.
Yep.
Not like EYBL, Under Armour, Adidas. Nah.
No.
Like I
So
played like 1 year, but it was like my junior year, and it was too late.
yeah.
So
So your sophomore year, your 10th grade year, was when you started playing varsity, like you said, stepping up your game, and your name was starting to get out there more. Did you feel like any like kind of pressure at the time? Like, once you were held to such a high expectation?
yeah, I'm not gonna say I wasn't because there are times where I would be like sometimes I get like a little nervous, but it came to a point where I'm like it's a game. I have more games to come, so I just got more confident and more cool with the game. I stopped being like scary. But
Yeah.
I was like really came like intimidated. I would just not play to my like full potential. So like you could say like I was playing scared, but I was just
You
like
knew
I
you
was
had
young.
more to give. Yeah.
I was young. Like I was young and I didn't really, what I didn't really know like where I was going with this. So like, it was just like, okay.
No, right. So can you remember a game where it was like, it was like a must-win situation and you were held accountable for the loss, or just a game you played bad in general that helped you grow as a player?
Yeah, I can name a game. We played a rival school.
Mm-hmm.
We played a rival school against Austin, and it was like neck and neck the whole game. And then like we get a stop. I get the ball. I go down the lane, do a spin move, get fouled. And it was almost an and one, and like it rimmed out. And then I went to the free throw line, and I missed the first free throw. I was supposed to make both of the free throws because we was down two, and I only made one. And like when I missed that after the game, we lost the game.
Yep.
When I missed that, like I cried after that game because like I was so hurt. I was dang, like I let my team down. I'm supposed to be the best of the team. I'm supposed to be carrying them, and I lost. And my trainer, he talked to me like he said like it happens, like you just gotta get better and stuff like that. And I just took it from there, and that motivated me to get better and get in the gym more and work on it more and more and more. And I did that.
Do you remember what year that was when
it
you
was
played?
I think it was my junior year.
Yep.
My junior year.
So from that point on, or maybe even like before that, what was like your most like memorable moment in high school, like playing in high school?
When I had 47.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost, but it was just like crazy. I didn't know I had that much. When they told me after the game, I said like, "That's crazy."
What's your mindset like during a game, like when you have 40 points? Like me, I played in high school and stuff like that, but I've never obviously scored that many points. Like what is going through your head when you're up, when you have like 30 and you just keep going and going and going?
Just keep going, like
Yeah.
we just keep going until they stop, because like don't get me wrong, I can score. Like I
Yeah.
can score, but like it's not about that all the time. It's about winning. Like it's not about me scoring, going out here scoring 30 points. It's about winning. It's about us winning. Like I always tell people, I don't care about scoring 40 points. I can score 15 points and win the game, and I'll be happy because we won.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't really, but like that don't really, like when I score 30 points, yeah, I'd be happy, but I'd be more happy about the win. I don't like I don't really care. Like I just do all that so like we can win. Like it's fun doing that. Don't get me wrong. It's like scoring 40 points, seeing like you can score that much. It's exciting, but winning is more. Like it's way more important than scoring 40 points.
No, of course. Like every athlete I've talked to, like, you know, even past coaches that played, like everyone says like they had crazy 50-point games, 40, like you said, 40 points. It always comes down to winning games. Like if you score 40 and you lose, it's like almost at what cost are you scoring 40 points? You know what I mean? Like it breaks your heart. It's tough to, you know, go through those games and lose those games. But in high school, did you ever like win any like, you know, championships or, you know, league championships or anything like that?
I didn't win no championships. Like my high school, like Elton Brand went to my high school. And like
yep, I saw that.
Like a lot of people like play basketball for my town. Like they was like nice. Like they could have played if they took it serious. Like, but like when my time came, like everybody stopped playing basketball. Like the basketball just went down. So it was just me and this other kid, and that was really it. And it's just like people who just play pickup basketball, basically. Like, so
like bouncing off of that, I guess you were a 1,000-point scorer and you were named Section 1's Mr. Basketball. So what is that award, and what were the achievements necessary to like win it?
Honestly, I can't tell you, but like I guess like the award was for like the best player in Section 1.
Yep.
And then like who averaged the most, and like you know how that go, like, and that was really it. I got that.
Yeah. So like, I mean, did you know what it was at the time? Like, how did you feel after you were gifted the winner?
They had like a nomination. Like they had 5 people. It was five people they had all together like in the nomination. And I was one of them. And like there's politics in basketball, you know, like,
of course, yep.
Especially if you're not winning like that too. So it's just like people gonna talk about that. People gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I was gonna win it. Like I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just go.
So you heard of it? You heard of it before you won it? Like you knew what it was?
Oh yeah. And then I didn't think I was gonna win it, and then I won it, and I was excited. Like I was excited, like because like I can't lie. In high school, I was definitely under the radar for like a long time because like my school wasn't very that good. Yeah. So I was on the radar, and like we wouldn't win like that. Like we'll always get knocked out the first round and stuff like that. So they're like, it wasn't like that wasn't weighing like it wasn't coming on my side. It wasn't like it was bad. I was just like, I was excited. I was happy. That was a great moment. They gave me a picture and a plaque.
Yeah, it must have been cool because there's no like, I mean, I know I'm from Rhode Island. I grew up in Rhode Island. There was no like kind of like award to give to one specific player throughout a season, no matter if it's D3, D2, D1. It's always just like championships. They never focus on like individual like accolades and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool for you to be achieved that award. But so scoring 1,000 points in the middle of your junior year, you know, still while averaging 25 points, 4 rebounds and 4 assists per game. Were there college recruiters at your games, and what kind of offers like were you getting at the time during high school?
I didn't get no offers.
Really?
Yeah, like Rhode Island was like the only offer I had. It was
really?
Yeah, that was. And then Glenn.
That's crazy.
Coach Glenn, he paid for me, and I came here.
You had no offers at all coming out of high school?
Nah, like I had like I didn't want to go D3 because I didn't think I would like. I think I could D1. I think I could. Like I think like I know what I'm capable of doing on the court. But
definitely.
I can't like force the coach to pick me. So
yeah, right.
If you look over me, that's just like that's your loss. But like I came here and I was just humble. You just gotta be humble till your time come. Your time come. That's it.
Watching like all you guys like Jordan Riley, your teammates, Shion, like all those guys, like it's like I feel like that team that you guys have assembled now could be a solid D2, if not like a borderline D1 team. Like you guys play the game so well, moving the ball, score the ball well. Like it's like night and day with you guys. But you know, going back to like your personal experience after picking a college, what helped you prepare the most for the college level, like in the off season going into your freshman year?
I mean, like I worked out the whole summer. Usual, gotta get in the gym before you go to school.
Yep.
But like nothing really like in the off season, the preseason, when we play URI.
Yeah.
Because like when we play URI, they had Faz Russell.
Yep.
They had some kid, like his last name was like Dana Tate. They had some kid that's like played in like the NBA Summer League. They had a lot of people. Like they had people that played against Trae Young the year before that.
Yeah.
So like playing against them, that's my first college game I ever played. So like I was nervous. Don't get me wrong. We're playing a bunch of D1 cat. We're playing grown men. Like they can play pro. So like we played and like just like at first when the tip off came, I was nervous, but like when I got in the game, I was just like, all right, this is like every other game. I just gotta play basketball. And that was a big experience. That just showed me like I gotta get way better. I got things to work on. And that was
It's so going right in, that was your first official like taste of college basketball, playing D1, like
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Wow. So that definitely helped you prepare and like get your expectations up to be like, all right, this is like the next level right now. This is what I got to prepare for.
Yep.
So what was your first, after that, what was your first couple of practices like with, a whole new team environment and like a whole new coaching staff in a whole new, different state too?
Yeah, different state. I mean, like practice always gonna be practice. But it wasn't too crazy. I adapted quick. I catch on quick. It wasn't too crazy. It wasn't much.
Did you know anyone else that was like on the team? Like, did you, or like this was like a whole new set of guys? Like you never met any of these guys before, like going into practice?
I never met no one. Like I don't know no one out here like that. Like I don't got no family. Like Rhode Island just like a brand new thing to me. Like I ain't know no one. Everyone I met that my freshman year, that's who I met. Those are my boys.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my
That's
boys.
awesome. It's like for me, like growing up in Rhode Island my whole life, like watching Rhode Island college, it's like when I was little and stuff like that in high school, it's like I'm thinking all these kids are from Rhode Island, not thinking everyone's from out of state being recruited. So it's cool, to talk to somebody that's not from Rhode Island and has all these experiences, has been so successful in what they've been doing.
I like it out here.
Was it easy to adjust yourself and work your way into the lineup? And or were you like a starter like right away? Like how did it work right out of the gate?
So coach had like preseason workouts.
Yep.
Like we'll it'll be like on Monday. What we'll do? We'll be in the weight room. No, we'll play pickup or something like that. No, we'll have workouts and then we'll play pickup. That's what he had me at.
Mm-hmm.
And then like there was one day he asked me like, "Can you score?" You can't score. Like he just like feel me. He was like getting to me, and I looked at him like, "What?" Like I can score anytime I want to score. And like I started going off, and he was watching and stuff like that. And the first official practice where we got our gear and all that, he put me in the starting lineup and stuff like that, and that was it.
What was it like? As a student wise now, like kind of. Going into a whole new state, a brand new campus as a freshman, not really knowing anybody. Like, how was your social life kind of when you first started?
I mean, I met three other guys in orientation. So like we was like cool, and we like got like a little bond. And then like when we first moved in, there was a party at PC. So you know how PC get on Pembroke and stuff over there. So we all just went, and ever since that, we've just been cool and stuff like that.
That's dope, man. So throughout the course of that season, you were named first team All Little East Rookie of the Year, and D3Hoops.com Northeast Region Rookie of the Year. Like all these different kinds of accolades. With all these accomplishments, just your first year in, scoring a season high 42 points. Like, what does that mean to you, and how does it help you move forward in these past years? I know you talk about winning. Like winning is like the main thing at the end of the day, but how does it feel? Like I said, going into a whole new state, just fresh start and getting all this done year one.
It feels nice. It feels nice. Like it's a real confidence booster. Just like that, it just shows me that I can compete anywhere and like any time, any place, and I know what my talents can do, and it just makes me go harder. Like like me. I don't care who's in front of me. I don't care if you're the number one player in the state. We're gonna play basketball and we're gonna fight to the end. You beat me, I beat you, and that's it.
Exactly. It's definitely showing in your game, and I have like the best time watching you guys. It's like honestly for me, it's like the best type of basketball to watch you guys now. But with the full year under your plate now after your freshman year, explain to me kind of what your sophomore year was like now with COVID hitting all the leagues, and some teams weren't even able to participate in the games, and you guys only had 7 games as a team throughout the whole season.
Yeah, yeah, last year I didn't like last year. I feel like that was like the worst basketball I played like ever. So, and like that's like the whole COVID. Like we'll wake up one morning, we got a game, and we won't even know. Like we won't practice or nothing. We'll just wake up like, yo, get dressed, we have a game. So it was that was kind of hard, and it's not like practicing like as a team. Like we'll practice in pods, so it'll be like 3 or 4 people in a pod. That's not building no chemistry with the team and stuff like that. So like that threw us off.
So you couldn't run like 5-on-5s. You couldn't go full court. It was only 3 guys like a group.
But yeah, for a point in time, it was like 3 people in the group, 4 people in the group.
Damn, that's great. How do you win games like that? You're not even with your full team.
It was hard. Like it was hard. Then some people would test positive for COVID. Now we can't play games, and it was just hard. So
plus, I feel like that makes no sense too. Like, say was it the same 3 guys every group, or was it like always different?
It was the same guys every group.
Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna say if it was like different, like that would make no sense. You just run 5s, like. But that time was definitely tough for everybody. Like for me, I had no classes. Like I was a freshman, I had no classes on campus. All my classes were online, not involved. I hated it because I didn't even want to like continue school. But
I feel you.
It was tough. It was so tough, and like I honestly thought like I wanted to try to walk on. Like I didn't know what the team was like. I had no prior knowledge to how you guys ran stuff, who was on the team. But I'm just grateful now. Like this year, my sophomore year, I can do like the broadcasting, the PA. Like I said at the beginning, I don't know if you remember me from a couple games ago. Like,
no, I seen you.
Yeah, and so it's been so dope because that's what I do. Like that's what I'm majoring in is like broadcasting. This is why I do my podcast. Like for me, like just to kind of get my name out there, have conversations with athletes because it's so cool to just talk about what their experiences have been like you, and like I want to talk to your teammates as well down the line. So again, I appreciate everything that you've done for like coming on for me and everything like that.
Yeah, no problem. Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, that sophomore year, you were still named Little League's Player of the Week once. You averaged 22 points a game, 5-5. How did playoffs work since there was only 7 games in a regular season and like a limited amount of teams participating?
I think how many teams played? I forgot how many teams played.
I didn't see the numbers on the teams, but I know that you guys played 7 games and like MIT. I know they're in the year league. Like they didn't have a season at all. Like
I played 7 games, right?
Yeah.
I think we played Keene twice. We played UMass Dartmouth twice too. We played UMass Dartmouth 3 times. We played them in the playoffs.
Yeah, and like you guys lost. Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah. I forgot. We played Bryant. We played UMass Amherst.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot one more team we played. There's one more team we played. I forgot. I think I forgot. No, I think we played 8 games because we played EastCon too.
Yep. So this is just regular season. I'm talking about like playoffs. Like how did the playoffs work since there was only a couple like teams in your comp that played?
Figure out because I'm trying to figure out how many people like played in the playoffs. I forgot the team. No, okay, it was Keene. It was 4 teams that made the playoffs. That's how it went. 4 teams, the top 4 teams. So it was Keene. Well, basically it was just like Keene, us, Dartmouth, and I think EastCon. That's what it was, I think. And
so there was only 4 games. Oh, okay, all right. That makes sense.
Yeah, we played 4 games. We played 4 games in the conference.
Yep.
And that's how it went. I have to remember how it went last year.
That just sucks, dude. Just to hear that like all over the place, like no stability, like it's awful. But I'm glad now that your junior year. Now which brings us to this current year, tough loss yesterday against Worcester State, but you guys are 5-1 on the season. That's still a great start. What do you feel like the problem was for the team as a whole in that loss? And what are you looking to improve in tomorrow's game against River University?
It was nothing like too crazy. Some things,
close game.
Yeah, something we gotta work on, like, cause it was close, and then we just got like the lead just got like too crazy.
Yeah.
And it's nothing major, nothing crazy. We just gotta get in the gym, hit shots, hit more shots, be smarter with the ball, and just have better reads with the defense. Nothing like nothing major.
Yeah.
There's some tweaks we gotta do. We gotta just in the gym.
No, for sure. Being the leading scorer, obviously, it's a big role to fill. And, looking through your whole basketball career, you're used to that role. But thus far this season into your career, I know, you're more focused on winning, like we talked about the whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
The Little League championship at the end of the day. So, which leads me into like my next question. What has it been like playing with your team alongside guys like Keyshawn Jacobs, Jordan Riley, Usman Karama? And, what does Coach Glenn like enforce the most in practice in order for you guys to win games?
We gotta play. He wants us to play hard for 40 minutes, and that's what we gotta do. We can't take no breaks. We can't have our mental errors. We gotta play hard for 40 minutes. That's what he really pushed. And playing with Keyshawn and Jordan and Us, I love playing with them. Like I really do. Jordan, he plays defense. Like he'll get like 4 or 5 steals in the game. That's crazy to me. Keyshawn would knock down like 8 threes, 7 threes, and Us would grab 16 rebounds with 20 points, 19 points.
It's a complete package. Like it's like you're the scorer, you're the main guy, you run the floor, you got your shooter, you got your defensive guy, you got your big man, and like that 6-7 man rotation. It's just I love watching you guys now that I've been in the school and like I've been to every game because of the broadcasting and everything. It's so cool to watch you guys grow every single game. But
that's what we gotta do. Keep growing and getting better, and we'll win everything. We'll win the championship. We'll got nothing to worry about. But if we playing down to people's talent, then that's when we gonna slip up and lose. But I got faith in us all the time. It don't matter if we're down 20 or 30. We gonna come back and play hard to the end.
No doubt, like you said with your coach, like he just tells you gotta. Like with my coach when I was in high school, he said you got to play the full 40 minutes. If you're giving it 20 minutes, like that other 20 minutes, that team's going to just take that advantage and it's going to be over with. So looking to score your 1,000th point now in your upcoming games. I know we touched upon it earlier in the episode, but so as a whole now, just what are you expecting the most and what is the biggest thing that you want to accomplish through the rest of your whole college career?
I just want to get a ring. I just want a ring. That's all I want. Ring. Like, that's all I want. Honestly, nothing more. Just want a ring.
Yeah, because I know in high school, like, tough breaks, but you got your name out there as best as you could, and you made the best of the opportunity that you have right now.
Yeah, I just want to win a ring and have me and my boys' banners up there. Win a ring.
That'd be tough. Like you guys win, score your 1,000 point, like that'd be crazy, man. I hope that all happens for you this year, Shion. I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, it means a lot. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join Cam's Corner. I just want to ask you one thing lastly. What did you think of the podcast and who would you like to see next joining me on it?
I like the podcast. I like chatting up. I definitely
appreciate it.
I think who should you invite next? Keyshawn.
Get a little team podcast going, a couple guys. That'd be dope.
Yep.
Definitely gotta reach out to them, but it sounds good. Like I said, I'll keep in touch, and I'll see you December 4th at the Murray Center. Your next home game. I like to be doing the PA, the broadcasting, but good luck this season, and I hope to stay in touch with you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right, man. Have a good day. You too.